Do you need to know how to request accommodations for the GED test for learning disabilities, ADHD, or something else? Then you're in the right place. Hi, this is Parker from Desk Prep Champions teaching you how to pass the GED fast. You can get started by clicking subscribe down below. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how to request accommodations for the GED test. So when you sign up to make your account on the official GED Testing Services website, you're going to be asked questions like what's your address, what's your email address, that type of thing. And once you do that, you're going to get to this page here that says Create Account, Testing Accommodations. And it says, we provide modified testing under certain circumstances, like for those with documented learning disabilities or impaired vision. To qualify, you will need to provide supporting documentation. And it says, do you need modified testing accommodations for the day of your test? And so we're going to hit yes here and continue. So after you've signed up and you've selected that you want accommodations, when you get to your portal dashboard, you're going to see this bar at the top here. This is a red bar that has an exclamation mark, and it says you requested an accommodation, see my accommodation. So this bar is only going to be unlocked if you've requested accommodations while you're signing up. And so this is your dashboard from your GED Testing Service account, and this is where you'll schedule your test, and there's a lot of other good information in here, so you'll want to check this out before you take your test. But the point of the video, of course, is to show you about accommodations. So click this link that says See My Accommodations. And so this is how you will submit your accommodations request. So step one of the process is to finish your profile. And so that's pretty straightforward stuff. And so step two is to create an account for your GED accommodations request. So the way that you do that is you click here and you click that link to create an account. It just brings you to a page, and this is going to look kind of like the stuff that you already did, right? It's going to ask you your name, your email address, your address. And so if you have an existing accommodations account, obviously you'll just enter that in here, but if you're making a new one, just click register if this is your first time with your accommodations request. And so this is what I was talking about. You just enter in your name, email address, all very straightforward stuff. And so then there's going to be terms of service and stuff like that to agree to at the bottom. So make sure you do all of that. So once you've done that, then you'll continue to step three. And step three is to submit supporting documentation from a certified professional in your GED accommodation request account that you created in step two. So that's why you have to create that account in step two first. And so this page is very important because this link here is going to show you the guidelines. And so these guidelines are what you're going to give to your doctor or to your psychologist or to whatever medical or mental health professional you're seeing for treatment, or whoever has diagnosed you, whatever your situation happens to be here. And so you'll see here that depending on your situation, there's different guidelines here. So for learning and cognitive disorders, this is what you would want to use. You want to download this here. Then they've got one for ADHD and also for physical disabilities and chronic health conditions, and then psychological and psychiatric disorders. So whatever your situation, whatever category that falls under, then you'll want to make sure that you get that documentation. And it says right here, before submitting a request, be sure to give the appropriate documentation guidelines below to your doctor or psychologist to evaluate. And so, for example, let's say your situation falls under attention deficit disorder, and so what you'd want to do is go through this information here, and you'd want to bring this information, print it out, or make sure that your doctor has this information some other way, however they want to do it. And so then this is what you'll want. So you'll want to make sure you do this step. And then there's more instructions here about how to apply, but it's pretty straightforward stuff. And so then after that, you'll get that documentation. You'll upload that documentation once you have that. And so this is just showing you how you would do that. And so in order to upload that documentation, you have to have that account created. So that's why step two is so important here. So then after you've reviewed those guidelines with your doctor or your mental health professional, then you're going to go back and you'll click that link to upload your documents. It's going to take you back to this page, log back in with your GED accommodations account. And so you'll go through that process. Then the last step will be to wait for your determination. And this can take up to 30 days for them to give you your decision about whether or not you'll have an accommodation. And so that's the process here. It's all very straightforward. And so if you need help with any of this, what I recommend you doing is just go up here in your dashboard and click the chat button. And so they're only available certain times, usually it's during business hours. Yeah, it says right here that the chat service hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 8 p.m. Central Time. So that would be a good way to contact them if you have further questions on this. But the process is very straightforward here. Hopefully this is all simple for you. And so if you need it, make sure that you apply for these. Make sure that you apply if you need them for accommodations, because they can really help. You know, if you need them, they can make the difference between failing or passing or getting a high score or a low score. So good luck with your test prep, everybody. Thanks for watching.